Forget the stereotypes. This isn't about fat cats puffing their way to an early grave. This is about something deeper. Cigars, real cigars, connect us to the earth. They're a celebration of tradition, of craftsmanship, the feel of a well-aged leaf between your fingers, the rich aroma filling your senses, the first draw, a slow burn that awakens the palate. This is a sensory experience, and it's one best savored slowly. A good cigar demands your time. It's a slow dance, a conversation between you and the leaf. Each puff, a story unfolding. This isn't just smoking. It's a ritual enjoyed by millions around the world. Welcome back, folks, to our channel, where you go before you travel. In this video, we are going to give you the best countries to visit for cigar lovers. From the bustling streets of Havana to the rolling hills of the Dominican Republic, cigars transcend borders. They're a universal language, a symbol of relaxation, of camaraderie. In some cultures, cigars mark special occasions, weddings, births, the signing of a deal. A good cigar elevates the moment, makes it memorable. In others, it's a daily ritual, a way to unwind, to connect with friends. Think of the Parisian cafes, the scent of tobacco mingling with strong coffee and lively conversation. Or the dimly lit cigar bars of London where deals are struck and stories are exchanged. Cigars are woven into the fabric of these places, part of their history and identity. So where does a cigar aficionado go to indulge their passion? Pack your bags and adjust your humidors because we're about to embark on a journey to the heartlands of cigar production. We'll explore the rolling fields where tobacco leaves bask in the sun. We'll meet the families who've dedicated generations to perfecting their craft. From the legendary factories of Cuba to the burgeoning industries of Nicaragua and Honduras, we'll uncover the stories behind the smoke. A good cigar is more than just a pleasure. It's a passport to another world. The story of cigars isn't just about smoke and ash. It's a journey through time, a tale woven into the very history of humanity. Long before Columbus set foot in the New World, tobacco was a sacred plant, revered by ancient civilizations, shrouded in myth and ritual. Imagine the Mayan temples, shrouded in jungle mist, priests, adorned in feathers and jade, offered tobacco to their gods. The smoke, curling towards the heavens, carried their prayers, their hopes, their fears. These weren't the cigars we know today. They were cruder, rolled in leaves or woven into braids, but the essence was the same, a connection to something bigger, ancient, and powerful. The Mayans weren't alone in their reverence for tobacco. Across the Americas, from the deserts of the Southwest to the Amazon rainforest, indigenous cultures incorporated it into their ceremonies and daily lives. Think of the Lakota elders, passing the sacred pipe. Each puff, a prayer for peace, a symbol of unity. The smoke, a tangible representation of their ancestors' spirits, their connection to the earth. For these cultures, tobacco wasn't a vice. It was a gift from the gods, a source of healing, a way to connect with the spiritual realm. This deep-rooted history gives the cigar its enduring power, connecting us to the very roots of human experience. When Columbus landed on Cuban shores, he encountered a world steeped in tobacco tradition. The natives greeted him with gifts of rolled leaves, the air thick with the sweet, pungent aroma of their burning offerings. Little did he know, he'd stumbled upon a treasure more valuable than gold. The Spanish conquistadors, initially skeptical, quickly succumbed to the allure of tobacco. They returned to Europe with tales of these cigarros, these rolled bundles of dried leaves that produced smoke both intoxicating and strangely alluring. From Seville to London, Paris to Rome, the elite embraced this exotic new indulgence, making cigars a symbol of sophistication and status. The discovery of tobacco ignited a global trade that reshaped economies and fueled empires. Spain, realizing the value of this brown gold, established vast plantations in Cuba, using the native Taino people as laborers. The demand for cigars skyrocketed. Factories sprung up across Europe, each striving to replicate the unique flavor and aroma of Cuban tobacco. But the true heart of cigar culture remained in the Caribbean. Cuba, with its fertile soil and ideal climate, became synonymous with the world's finest cigars. This legacy of craftsmanship and dedication to tradition sets Cuban cigars apart. Cuba. Just the name evokes images. Sun-drenched beaches, vintage cars, music spilling from every doorway. But for the cigar lover, Cuba is something more. It's a pilgrimage, a journey to the very source of the sacred leaf. The air, thick with humidity and the scent of salt, carries a faint, sweet aroma. It's the smell of history, of tradition, the smell of tobacco curing in the sun. Havana, the vibrant capital, pulsates with life. But behind the crumbling facades, hidden in plain sight, are the true treasures, the cigar factories. Step inside and you're transported back in time, where skilled hands transform humble leaves into works of art. Forget your automated machines, your mass production lines. Cuban cigars are all about the human touch. Generations of tradition passed down through families. This is a craft, an art form. Watch the maestros work, their hands moving with a speed and precision that defies belief. Each leaf carefully selected, inspected, then rolled with a deft flick of the wrist. No two cigars are exactly alike. Each one a unique creation. The rollers work in silence, their concentration absolute. The scent of tobacco, the rhythmic rolling, the soft murmur of the lector's voice. It's a sensory experience that stays with you long after the last cigar is smoked. In Cuba, cigars are more than just a product. They're a way of life, a source of national pride. From the campesino tending his fields to the torcedor putting the final touches on a cohiba esplendido, it's a shared heritage. Sit down at a street-side cafe, a hand-rolled cigar between your fingers. Let the smoke wash over your palate. Inhale the rich aroma. This is the taste of Cuba. The taste of history, of revolution, of resilience. Strike up a conversation with a local. They'll share stories passed down through generations, tales of Fidel and Che, of hardship and hope, all told through a haze of cigar smoke. This is the true essence of the Cuban cigar experience, connection to the land, the people, and the history. But Cuba's cigar culture extends beyond the factories and cafes of Havana. To truly understand it, you have to venture into the heartland, to the lush, rolling fields of Pinar del Rio, the cradle of Cuban tobacco. Here, under the watchful eye of the sun, the finest tobacco leaves in the world are grown. The soil, rich and fertile, imparts a unique flavor to the plants. The climate, a perfect balance of sun, rain, and humidity, nurtures them to perfection. Visit a tobacco farm and you'll witness the entire process. This is where the magic begins, where the soul of the Cuban cigar is born. Cuba might be the birthplace of cigar legend, but it's not the only game in town. Just a short hop across the Caribbean Sea lies another island nation, steeped in its own rich tobacco tradition. Welcome to the Dominican Republic, a cigar lover's paradise waiting to be explored. Here, the pace of life is a little slower, the atmosphere a little more laid back. But don't let that fool you. The passion for cigars burns just as brightly here, fueled by a fierce pride in craftsmanship and a deep respect for tradition. We're going off the beaten path, into the heart of Dominican cigar country. Discover why Dominican cigars are more than just a smoke, they're a taste of the Dominican soul. The Dominican Republic's love affair with tobacco stretches back centuries. Long before the arrival of Europeans, the indigenous Taino people cultivated the plant, recognizing its spiritual and medicinal properties. But it was the arrival of European settlers, particularly refugees from Cuba's cigar industry in the early 20th century, that truly ignited the Dominican cigar boom. They brought with them their knowledge, their skills, and most importantly, their passion for crafting exceptional cigars. These Cuban exiles found fertile ground in the Dominican Republic. The climate, a perfect balance of sun, rain, and humidity, mirrored that of their homeland. The soil, rich and volcanic, imparted a unique flavor to the tobacco. Generations of Dominican families took up the mantle, learning the art of cigar making from the Cuban masters. Their dedication is evident in every perfectly hand-rolled cigar. What sets Dominican cigars apart? It's a symphony of factors: the climate, the soil, the seeds, the meticulous aging process. But perhaps the most important ingredient is the human touch. Dominican cigar rollers, or torcedores, are artists in their own right. They possess an innate understanding of the leaf, a sixth sense for selecting the perfect blend of tobaccos to create a specific flavor profile. Dominican cigars are known for their smooth, mellow flavor, often described as creamy or nutty. From the iconic Arturo Fuente to the award-winning Davidoff, Dominican brands have earned their place on the world stage. They're a testament to the dedication, the passion, and the unwavering commitment to quality that defines Dominican cigar making. But experiencing the Dominican Republic's cigar culture goes beyond simply puffing on a fine cigar. It's about immersing yourself in the environment, the people, the stories that make this place so special. Head north to the Cibao Valley, the heartland of Dominican tobacco production. Here, rolling fields of emerald green stretch as far as the eye can see, dotted with traditional curing houses where the leaves are hung to dry. Visit a tobacco farm and witness the entire process, from planting the tiny seedlings to harvesting the broad, sun-kissed leaves. Meet the farmers, their faces weathered by years of working the land, and listen to their stories, passed down through generations. In the town of Santiago de los Caballeros, you'll find some of the country's most renowned cigar factories. Cuba, the Dominican Republic. These names resonate with cigar aficionados. They conjure images of tradition, of heritage, of cigars enjoyed in dimly lit lounges, the smoke swirling with tales of revolution and romance. But the cigar world is changing. A new generation of aficionados craves something different, something bolder, something unexpected. Look south, beyond the familiar shores. Nicaragua and Honduras, once whispered about in hushed tones, are now spoken with reverence, their cigars gracing the humidors of the most discerning smokers. This isn't about mimicking the old guard, this is about forging a new path. We're diving headfirst into the heart of Central America, exploring the burgeoning cigar cultures of Nicaragua and Honduras. Nicaragua. The name alone stirs emotions. A land scarred by conflict, yet bursting with life. Volcanoes pierce the sky, their slopes blanketed in rich volcanic soil. Here, a cigar renaissance is taking root, fueled by passion and tradition. Nicaraguan tobacco, once a supporting role, now stands out. A shift in the winds brought change. Exiled Cuban cigar makers saw potential in their soil. They experimented, blending and aging to perfection, crafting bold, full-bodied cigars bursting with flavor. Puros, pure Nicaraguan tobacco, gained global acclaim. Cigar aficionados embraced the Nicaraguan Revolution. Brands like Padron became instant classics. New players emerged, each with their own unique style. What gives Nicaraguan cigars their distinctive character? It's a combination of nature and human ingenuity. Volcanic soil infuses the tobacco with a unique flavor profile. The climate plays a crucial role too. Hot, humid days followed by cool nights create ideal conditions. And then there are the passionate cigar makers. Visit Esteli, the heart of Nicaraguan cigar country. Factories hum with activity. The air is thick with the aroma of tobacco. Just a stone's throw from Nicaragua, across a border once fraught with tension, lies another nation quietly making its mark on the cigar world. Honduras, often overshadowed by its more boisterous neighbor, possesses a charm all its own, a quiet confidence reflected in the quality of its cigars. Here, in the fertile valleys and sun-drenched plains, tobacco thrives. The climate, similar to that of Nicaragua, produces leaves known for their smooth, balanced flavor. But there's a certain elegance, a refined character to Honduran tobacco that sets it apart. Honduran cigars are often described as being medium-bodied, with a creamy texture and notes of cedar, nuts, and spices. They're incredibly well-balanced, offering a complexity of flavor without being overpowering. Think of them as the sophisticated cousin of the bolder Nicaraguan puros. While Honduras might not have the same name recognition as some of its neighbors, its cigar industry is no less impressive. Brands like Camacho and Punch are earning well-deserved accolades from aficionados worldwide. The true beauty of Honduran cigars lies in their approachability. They're the perfect choice for both seasoned smokers and those just beginning to explore premium tobacco. An invitation to slow down, savor the moment, and appreciate the subtle complexities of a well-crafted cigar. So, there you have it. A glimpse into a world few get to see. The heart and soul of cigar country. From the bustling streets of Havana to the sun-drenched fields of the Dominican Republic, each destination offers a unique experience. Cuba, the legendary birthplace. The romance, the history, the unmistakable flavor of a hand-rolled cohiba. It's a pilgrimage every aficionado dreams of. The Dominican Republic, a masterclass in balance. Smooth, mellow flavors, perfect for those long, lazy afternoons. Then there's the bold new world of Nicaragua and Honduras. Volcanic soil, robust flavors, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. They're not for the faint of heart, these cigars. They demand your attention, and they reward it with every puff. Which destination calls to you? Which flavor profile sets your senses tingling? The beauty of it is, there's no wrong answer. Because this isn't just about finding the best cigar, it's about the experience, the people you meet, the stories you hear. Sitting in a Havana plaza, a Romeo y Julieta between your fingers, the rhythm of the city swirling around you. A good cigar is more than just a smoke, it's a passport, so go on, explore, discover. And there you have it. That was our top places to visit for cigar lovers. Hit the like and subscribe button for more travel tips. That's it for us, and see you on the next adventure.